What is going on, good people of YouTube? It is me, Chavez. I am back. We are back with another day, another player prop talk live stream here on the channel. As always, I hope this finds you well and in good spirits. Happy Friday to everybody. Hope your weekend is off to a good start if you consider Friday as part of your weekend. I don't. I'm under the old school programming of weekends are Saturdays and Sundays. Fridays are just a day. I mean, at that point, you just start factoring in Monday as part of your weekend, and where does it end? Where does it start? So if you consider Friday as part of your weekend, I hope you are off to a good start. But nonetheless, we got a show to get into. We got player prop talk. We got a giveaway to go over today. We got hashtag blessed, turds of the day, turds of the week. It's been a bad week, to be honest with you. Pretty much breaking even on everything right now. So trying to not break bad, trying to get it back on course. Hopefully today treats me better than it did yesterday. But we move on. We're getting right into everything today. No injury news for today. 2 games on the slate. We got the Magic and Cavs and Clippers and Mavs. Second round is already being determined with some advancement yesterday. Knicks moving into the semis. You know, Boston is already moving in. So we're starting to see that playoff picture really form. And good riddance to the 76ers. Tired of that team. Tired of the Knicks and 76ers just over that series. Moving into some new matchups, hopefully some better matchups, some more profitable matchups. We move on to hashtag blessed. As always, we kick things off with a very morbid start to the stream, but over 10% of the U.S. population dies every single night. If you're hearing this, seeing this, you did not die, so you're hashtag blessed. Do something cool today. Do something cool for yourself. Do something nice for somebody else. That's what I say. What's going on, Big Icy? Good morning to you. Grand Friday. Knuckles, what's up? We got to talk about this cow we got right here. Oh, the dancing, the lamb. Yeah. I think it's the lamb. I was looking for something to buffer in between getting on stream and the beginning of the stream, so it doesn't just jump right into my face, you know. So I was trying to think of something or find something that would catch somebody's attention or just be a little different. So there it is right there, the dancing lamb. Turd of the day. We move into our turds of the day. If you're new to the stream, hit the like button. No matter what you are, new or old to the stream, hit the like button. But if you're newer to the stream, turds of the day is simply our way of venting player prop that did not go our way, a slip that chalked, a coach that pissed you off, something, anything can be considered a turd of the day, preferably a player prop. No relationship issues or, you know, anything like that. That's a conversation for an entirely different type of stream. But turd of the day, player prop. Anybody who chalked your slip or, you know, held you back from winning some money yesterday. I feel like this whole week has been a turd, to be honest with you, in terms of player props. But yesterday specifically, Bobby Portis took the under on his rebounds, and he had 15. Although when I took the under on his rebounds, Dame was not rolled in. He wasn't even questionable. He was doubtful. So with Dame being rolled in, I just knew there's something was going to change in that rotation. I didn't know what, but those lines, the original lines, were not going to be, you know, we're not going to hold up, basically. So we saw Bobby Portis put up a massive double-double, 20 and 15 boards. Pacers getting just destroyed on the glass. So something maybe to look forward to in the next round. exploit that matchup in the middle. They don't really truly have a center that can keep bigs off the glass. Even though they pretty much dominated that series. I mean, what would it have been like had Giannis played? What would the rebound totals have been for the Bucks had Giannis been able to play in that series? Pacers are non-existent on the glass. What's going on? Mitcho, medium. Rough week for sure, but saw a green slip last night. Oh, nice, man. Nice. Just takes one to get it going, right? In a sea of red, you have the one green. That's all it takes. It's like shooters got to keep shooting to get out of a slump. Just got to see that one shot go in, and before you know it, you're off to the races. So hopefully that starts it for you. Big booty Lowry. He took the over on his assist. Man, he had a terrible game. I mean, I have the same feelings on like NBA players and bad drivers. So I feel like there should be a limit as to who can drive a car. Just because you have a driver's license doesn't mean you're honestly capable of driving and operating a motor vehicle. And I feel like just because you can dribble a basketball and you're better than the average person at playing basketball doesn't mean you should be in the NBA. There are a lot of players that are just way past their prime, but they're just latching on the teams that just need depth. And I think Kyle Lowry is one of them. He's had a great career, but I just, fuck out of here, man. The NBA is just full of guys like that. Go be a coach. Go pull a Udonis Haslem. Just go get a paycheck and just be a role model for the younger dudes. Yeah, Lowry, 2 assists, 3 assists, 2 rebounds, and 2 fouls. No points. Yeah. Man, Embiid took how many shots yesterday? 25. So much for Joel Embiid having, just slowing down and not being healthy. I mean, 40 minutes, if that's not healthy, 40 minutes, 39 points, 13 boards. They got to figure it out in Philly, man. It's 2 years in a row that they've just done the same exact thing in the playoffs. Every year, it's the same shit. At least last year had a nice little glimmer with the MVP award. This year was just complete garbage. I mean, Nick Nurse literally did nothing more than what Doc Rivers did. What's the difference in those two guys, man? That can't be what they wanted out of this season. Discounts daily. What's going on, Mike? Good morning. Let's get this going, ladies and gentlemen. Got turds of the day. About to get done with that. Lowry and Portis was my turd. Just 2 games in the NBA yesterday. MLB was also pretty short in terms of games played. Just 6 games. A total of 8 NBA and MLB games yesterday. Not exactly a buffet, but today we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, like 29 MLB games today. Still just 2 NBA games, but for what we lack in NBA value, we should be able to find something in the MLB props. So let's do it. Let's move on. Get off this slide. As much as I love John Witherspoon, it's time to talk about something else. Let's talk about this giveaway I posted on my YouTube channel. If you saw it, if you're subbed up to the channel, you should have seen it. If you have your notification icons on, you should have seen this. So we're gonna run another giveaway, except we'll change a few things up. Now, last giveaway was last Saturday, and then we did the name drawing on Monday. So Damian won the drawing, cash apped him $10. Hopefully he was able to profit from that $10 and make some money off the $10, turn it in to more money. Hopefully he was an alchemist and was able to turn that into more money. This time we're going to do a similar format, except I'm giving out $5 to 2 people. So We'll do 2 name drawings tomorrow. We'll spin the wheel twice. You can only win once. So once your name is off, once you win, take your name off the wheel and we'll respin it. And then we'll have 2 winners tomorrow. So the big difference is we're doing player prop questions in the chat today. So as we always do, we get into our player props every day that we do a stream, except this time I'm going to be recording these names, writing them down. If that player prop hits, you are in the giveaway. Okay, so just sending a question in the chat about a player prop does not qualify you. That player prop has to hit. So if you, for instance, Franz Wagner, you know, over 40 points, you know, today, and he hits, that qualifies you. If he doesn't hit and you took the over and he goes under, doesn't qualify you. So hopefully that makes sense. It'll be the first player prop question you post in the chat. That way I don't have to go fishing through all the chat to find out which one. So if you typically post more than one question in the chat, it's going to be your very first question. So make sure it's a good one. Make sure it's a good one, because that's what's going to get you in the drawing for tomorrow's giveaway. And then we'll spin that wheel right here on the channel. And then you got 24 hours to send me your information so I can Cash App you, Venmo you, whatever you use. And then you can use that $5 towards a slip on PrizePicks or Underdog or wherever you play. I don't care. Go buy a bag of M&Ms. I don't give 2 shits what you do with that money. But hopefully you don't buy a bag of M&Ms for $5. That sounds like a ripoff. The props do not have to be on PrizePicks, but I have to be able to confirm them, right? So not like a cricket prop or a power slap prop where I can't, it's hard for me to find the results of those props. So no, they can be on any player prop site you want them to be on, but you know, the easier it is for me to confirm everything, the better. All right. What about, what's up, Jesus? What about Dante randomly wanting to show up? Oh my God. That guy had 4 threes in the first quarter. I was watching his box score just every time I refreshed it, it was just 3 more points, 3 more points, 3 more points. Yeah, that was frustrating. Miles McBride didn't do anything yesterday. Yeah. All right. Limited offer. 10-day pass. $9.99. Over in the Discord. You don't want to sign up for a month or a year. You can spin it. Take it out for a test drive for 10 days. $1 a day. Make your money back. You definitely would have made your money back yesterday, despite the day not going my way. The two better slips that I posted in my Discord, you would have profited off those. Profit is not $100 every single day. Profit is, you should look up the word profit and understand what that means. So, but profit is there every single day. Yeah, you would have definitely profited yesterday, but $9.99. Hit me up in the Discord and let's get you set up for that pretty quick promo there. And we move on to our plays for today, May 3rd, 2024. We talk PrizePicks, underdogs, jock market, sleeper, better. Wherever you play, we can break down our plays using props.cash. Props.cash has been my partner in crime from the jump. That's my promo code, thanks25. You receive 25% off your first month when you use that code at checkout. If you've never seen props.cash before, or even use props.cash before, if you never used or ever seen, yeah, that's a better way to say it. You're in luck, because in every single live stream we have, we use props.cash in real time on the stream. So what better way to get an idea of how something works than to see it work in real time? If after watching this stream you like what you see, you can sign up using my promo code and save a little money today. Pretty sweet deal. We're going to go ahead and pull up the PrizePicks dashboard right now. Now, we talk about player props. We can basically research any player prop you have on props.cash. It's not specific to, it's not specific to PrizePicks or anything like that. But the reason I pull up the PrizePicks dashboard is because it is the easiest to navigate. It presents better on live stream, and it's just more familiar to a lot of members and viewers. So that's why we use PrizePicks on the live stream. But when you throw your question in the chat, just let me know what site it's on. If it's not on PrizePicks, just let me know. Underdog, Sleeper, whatever. That way we don't go looking for it on PrizePicks. There are better lines out there than what PrizePicks provides. If you've only played on PrizePicks, you're doing yourself a disservice by not checking out other pick'em sites. If you are having trouble figuring out which pick'em site to play on, hit my my stream description up. I got links on links for you to sign up, promo codes, and all sorts of good shit. Let's get this going. I've already posted a few slips over in the Discord for our members. So Underdog, Better, and PrizePicks slips have already been posted in the Discord along with my daily plays. I'm not done with the daily plays, but it's only so much value you can dig up, before a live stream. So not to force any plays, but quite a few have been put up already. All right, let's see what's going on. JR, what's up, man? Good morning. Let's see. Let's get a bag today. Why not? Let's do it. Soto over 0.5 hits. All right. Soto's been on a nice. Soto's been doing all right. I took the over on his fantasy score a couple days ago. Goes off. What I like about Soto is that he's just such a patient batter, and if you take the over on his fantasy score, there are so many ways he can get it done. And if you're just forcing pitchers to just if you're just working to count, at some point that pitcher is going to slip up. They're going to throw something over the plate or throw something they don't want to because you're not swinging at shit. And they rather take a chance of you grounding out or flying out than, walking. Soto has a great eye. So taking the over on some of his props does pay off. Over on his hits today, I remember when Soto was up on the board with walks. You could take the over on his walks. I was like, Bryce Harper and Juan Soto. If you find those based on ball props at 0.5, those are pretty clean. Where's Soto at, Mike? Because he's not on PrizePicks. Let me know what pick'em site in the chat so we don't pull it up on PrizePicks. Make sure that we're on the same page. But I got you down for Juan Soto over 0.5 hits. Just got to know where that's being played, what pick'em site you're playing that on. Chalkboard, I think you said. Knuckles wants to take a look at Luka over his threes. We can do that for sure. All right, let's pull up. Already got the props on the board for the Nuggets and Wolves rematch of last season, right? Lakers and the Wolves basically, well, not really, but kind of swap positions this season, where last year was the Wolves losing to the Lakers and then them having to play the Nuggets, and you know, we got to see a glimpse of what Edwards can do in the postseason, and it was the Lakers making it to the Western Conference Finals, and this year they get booted out, and now we're seeing the Wolves be that team. So that should be a fun matchup. Over 3.5. All right. Take a look at that one. What's his demon prop? Does he even have one? If anybody plays on better, you better play on better. I'd be the worst promoter. All my lines would be just dad jokes and shit. You better play on better because it's better. If you play on better, Luka has a fantastic promo, 0.5 points. You take the over on that one and you pair it up with your best prop and 3 exit, just like that. You can only put a maximum of $10 on that, but it's a $20 profit. It's a $30 win, $20 profit if you put 10 on it. If you're not on better, you should consider playing it. If not, just for the promos that they have, and build a bankroll up over there. All right. No, Luka. Oh, he does have a demon at 4.5. Could possibly look at that one if you feel like Luka has a Luka type of night. 4.5 is in play. All right, let's see. We got Derek Jones over points. Jesus says also taking his block shots over 0.5. Which one do you want for the? I'm just gonna put Derek Jones points for your entry into the giveaway. We'll take a look at that. This guy's playing like 35 minutes a night. I mean, you don't have to do a whole lot to go over props. You know, when your lines are that low and your floor time is like exceeding 30 minutes on a daily basis, nightly basis, it's really hard. I mean, you got to pull a fucking PJ Tucker out there to not get anything. You just sit your ass in a corner and just be mad and shit all the time. Franz Wagner under 24.5 points. Yeah, PJ Tucker demanded a trade. I don't even know if that was a real. I don't know where. I think I saw it on Twitter. I don't even know if that was a real tweet. Twit? What do you call? What is it called now? I don't even know if that was a real X. But he demanded a trade. Like, nobody wants you, bro. Nobody wants him. Like, he's a throw-in at that point. That's James Harden's buddy. The only reason he's in LA is because he's James Harden's boy, man. That's it. And he wants a trade. Like, what did you think was going to happen when you got traded to LA? Like, you were going to have a prominent role in the starting lineup? Like, what is wrong with this dude? That couldn't have been real. They probably laughed at him when he said, I want to get out. I want to trade. You want to leave Los Angeles and go where? Where do you want to go? Where do you want to go? Franz Wagner over 24.5 points for JR. Over or under? Under. I'm sorry. Under. All right. We're slowly but surely building up a board here. So if you're new to the stream, welcome. Hit that like button on your way in. What we're doing here is we're just taking questions in the chat. Each question that I take is being entered into a raffle or a giveaway, I should say. Your player prop that you put in the chat has to hit. If you are taking the over on Luka's threes, Luka has to go over this in order for you to be entered into the giveaway tomorrow. That's the catch. So it's not just a question in the chat. It's a question in the chat that hits. So make sure they're good ones. Wait, 24.5 PA. I'm sorry. I'm looking at his points right here, and I'm like, wait, where are you finding his points at? 24.5. I want to play it. That's hella high. All right. I got a couple Luka props up there. Let's take the demon off. I don't want to confuse anybody here, but I just feel like if Luka goes out there and has a good game, he's not going to stop shooting threes, right? He's not going to get the 4 and be like, I'm good. So we got Luka, we got Jones, we got Wagner. What's going on, Vibes? What's up? Jesus says, what are the odds on Maxi Kleber going over 4.5 points on Sleeper? All right. Goblin points. No way he goes under, right? What's going on to LA? Let's eat for sure. Let's eat. I like Kyrie under 2.5 blocks and steals. All right. LA, I don't know if you heard the intro or saw the YouTube post, but we're doing a giveaway tomorrow. So your very first player prop question in the chat will be like your ticket into the giveaway. The catch is that the prop that you put has to hit. So like if you like the under on Kyrie Irving's 2.5 blocks and steals, it's not up on PrizePicks. Where are you seeing that? Is that on Underdog? If you roll with this one, Kyrie Irving has to come under that line in order for you to be entered into the giveaway. So not just posting a question, but posting a player prop question, and that player prop has to hit over or under, whichever one you choose. So we got 3 on the board. So every play that you see right now that's on the screen are questions from the chat, and these are plays that are being recorded, so I can track them. And if they hit, then you're in the drawing. So he's on Underdog at 2 blocks and steals. I don't see him for 2.5. So let me know where you're playing that, so we can put it on the board, or at least just track it. What you got on Canelo? I don't have anything on Canelo, to be honest with you. I haven't looked at any of the stats or dug into that one. More or less on punches landed. Y'all tell me. Y'all tell me. Kyrie Irving over his Goblin points. He has to hit. I mean, you would think so, right? He's done it in every game this series except the last one. I mean, he's done it like not even close to going under in a couple of games. All right, let's see what else we got. Strikeouts and Joe Pavelski less points. First MLB prop on the board. I do want to look at that Kyrie Irving one, but I don't want to put that one for your play, Vibes, because that one looks like it's a little too much of a lock. I want to make sure that, you know, the plays aren't like nerfed that much. Otherwise, everybody would be taking goblins and entering the giveaway like that. So let's take a look at Stephen Kwan. You like the under on his strikeouts? Yeah. All right, cool. I'll put you down for that one. I actually like that play. Even if Stephen Kwan doesn't get on base, he doesn't really strike out a ton. So him not striking out doesn't mean he has a great game or he goes off. It just means that he's putting the ball in play, which is what you want out of a leadoff hitter or anybody batting in the top of the order, especially in the top of the order. You just want them to get on base. You just want them to put the ball in play. 2LA says, I'll take Kyrie steals and blocks over 2. Okay, so that's on underdog. All right, cool. So what we'll do is we'll look up Kyrie on props.cash, but we'll also put you down for the over 2 blocks and steals, and that's on underdog. All right. I think that's good for the first round. Let's what do we have? We got 4 players up. Let's grab yeah, Quan is a wagon. All right, let's grab this Kyrie. Let's put something on the board as a space holder. I mean, I guess we can look at his I guess we can look at his steals for now as a placeholder. We might like his steals only on PrizePicks, but we're looking at his blocks and steals on underdog. But we just need something here to like represent. Vibes, you want to put Pavlevsky instead of Quan? You want to put Joe Pavlevsky under his points instead of Quan as your play? Or do you just want him on the board so we can look him up? You said that's on underdog? It's on PrizePicks too at 0.5. We'll look this one up. We'll look it up, but I got you down for Quan as your actual play for the giveaway, but we'll look up. How about this? We'll look them both up, and whichever one you like after we look it up, you let me know. That way you're getting a fair shot at it. But I only can pick one of them. So whichever one you like the breakdown for best, you know, we can roll with that one. All right. Let's do this, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to take a look at these 6 player props. We got Luka over 3s, Jones over points, Wagner under PA, Quan under strikeouts, Kyrie over his blocks and steals on underdog, but we can take a look at his steals on PrizePicks. And then Joe Pavlevsky over his points, 0.5 on PrizePicks. And we can also you can also look to his points on underdog. No, he's not. Oh yeah, he is. Okay, he is. All right, cool. Let's do it. When we come back, we'll kick this off again. If you've already put a player prop question in the chat, you've already been you're already in, you know, you're halfway through the process of being entered to the giveaway. And then you can keep putting questions in the chat, but I already got you down, you know, if you already posted one. So if you're just coming into the stream, welcome. Hit the like button on your way in. But also, we're doing a giveaway tomorrow. 2 $5 giveaways tomorrow. We'll spin the wheel 2 times tomorrow, and we will draw 2 different names tomorrow. How you can enter that is by putting a question into the chat right now, not on my YouTube post or in the Discord, but right now in the chat. Whichever player prop you are asking about has to hit. For example, if you like the over Jared Allen, 14.5 points, and that is the question, that is what you're rolling with, then he has to go over 14.5 points in order for you to be put on the wheel so we can spin tomorrow. If he goes under his points, your name does not go on the wheel tomorrow. Hopefully that makes sense. So make sure your question, your first question in the chat is a good one. It's one that you like. It's one that you're confident in. All right. Let's take a look at this Franz Wagner under his PA. So we're going to take a look at this one. $24.5 is what we're getting on PrizePicks. This is props.cash, by the way. If you've never seen props.cash used in real time, this is the layout. This is the desktop app. So we're looking at the last 5 games. All these should be playoff games. One time he's gone over. Now he's hooked it in 1 and gone way under in 3. He is projected for 23.97, which is right around 24. I wouldn't be surprised. That was a good one. I wouldn't be surprised if this one got bumped down to 24. Oh man, sometimes those burps, woo, they hit. Burps be hitting. Matchup is not any different. Like, he's playing the same team over and over and over again. We know what to expect. We will, I don't know if you've noticed this, but everybody's due for a good game in a series, right? Even if like 4 out of 5 games they suck, that one game they went off. Well, here it is. Here's that one game he went off, right? Can he do it again? Absolutely. Is it likely he does it again? Nah, I don't think it is. We're getting a great sample size in the playoffs. So like one game, okay, lucky. Oh, okay. Oh, never going to happen again. Oh, happens again in the second game. Oh, happens again in 3. It's not a fluke anymore. It's not a one-off anymore. So this is painting us a pretty clear picture of what is fact, Odds are in favor of the over on DraftKings, Caesars, while BetMGM and PointsBet split it, and then you have FanDuel who quits it at 118 to the under. So despite the one book liking the over by the slimmest of margins, you're not getting a whole lot of love for the over on this one. So if you're looking to take the under on this one, you got a lot of supporting data right here on the screen for you. So under Franz Wagner, PA, looks strong to me. Let's go to Dallas, and we are going to take a look at Luka's threes to kick things off here in this game. Now, again, if you feel like Luka goes out there and has himself a game, then you should take a look at his demon threes, because he's not going to stop shooting. That's number one. Number two, it's not like he gets to 4 and he's like, I'm good. You guys can shoot now. Guys taking 26 shots a game. Past 2 games have been very low 3-point attempt volume, under 10. Prior to that, 3 straight games of 12 plus. 14, that's his high point. So 3.5 is in play alone. Just on volume alone, 3.5 is in play. But let's look at what the odds are letting us know. Over on FanDuel, over on DraftKings, Caesars, BetMGM, and PointsBet all like the over on this one. The juice to the over is not that great, to the point where it's like under, or to the point where the line is considered too low. I think this line is fair. The odds are letting you know that it's a fair line. It's not great. It's not terrible. His projection today is 3.48. It's closer to 3 than it is to 4. So you're not getting a lot of love with the projections, and that's okay. The odds are more in favor of the over, and that's what we like. His volume is there. He's not 100%. Really, nobody's 100% in the playoffs, but he's definitely not 100%. Like, he's obviously bothered by that knee. So we're just not going to get that kind of Luka, but 80-90% Luka is better than pretty much everybody else on the court. So it is definitely in play because of the volume. He just needs to knock him down. I mean, on the year, guy had 45 games out of the 75 games with 4 or more threes. So not a stranger to this. All right, I like it. So there's Luka's threes. Let's take a look at Derrick Jones, points at 9.5. I mentioned earlier this dude's minutes are through the roof. So last 5 games for Derrick Jones have been pretty good. No less than 10 points in 4 straight. projected today for 9.66. So you would round it up. When we look at the odds, you got FanDuel that likes the odds, Draft likes the over, DraftKings, Caesars, BetMGM, all of them except PointsBet. They're just stuck. Not sure what to do with it. I mentioned he's playing a lot of minutes, basically averaging 30 minutes in these games. 30, 33, 27, and 32. Shot volume is pretty low, but he's super efficient, right? 50%. No lower than 50% in these games. In these 4 games. This one, he was terrible. 67, 50, 67, and 71. High percentage shots. He's not taking a lot of dumb shots. So that works well if you're looking at the over. 3-point attempts are nice. I wonder if, like, we've seen his volume increase in these 3 games, and we've seen Luka's volume decrease in these past games. I wonder if there's any correlation there. I mean, every 3 that Derrick Jones attempts is 1 less for Luka, right? I mean, you can look at it like that, or maybe not. Maybe it's just, I don't believe in coincidences anymore. There's shit that happens, and there's reasons why those things happen. So I think this is related to what we saw for Luka, but he doesn't need to make 4 threes to go over this line. He can make 2. He can make 1 and get you 10 points. So I definitely understand the over on this one. There's his last 5 games. There's his projection, and then those are his odds, which are all in favor of the over. Let's take a look at Kyrie Irving's blocks and steals. This one's at 2, over on underdog. If you wanted to take the over on this one, this is a really good line to take. You would like to see it at 1.5 because he's going over 1.5 in 4 out of those 5 games. At 2, he's going to push in 3 of these and go over in 1. If this one were to get bumped up to 2.5, then you would have to consider taking the under because he's only gone over this 1 time this series. So that 0.5 makes a huge difference, especially with blocks and steals, which are very volatile. Projected for 1.74. There are two books that are playing this line, but at 2.5. Or excuse me, there are 2 books that are taking action on this play. One's at 2.5, and the under is favored. I'm all over the place. Excuse me. The other one is BetMGM at 1.5 and the over. So just look at the difference in the odds. At 1.5, minus 200 to go over. At 2.5, minus 199 to go under. We're playing it at 2, right in the middle. So the odds are going to be flipped at some point where it's going to be in the middle. On the year, he's averaging 1.8 steals and blocks. Over his last 10, we can zoom out. And you can see there 2 is in play. 1.5 is a lock. If you can find his blocks and steals at 1.5, that is a great line. We can look at his steals at 1.5. Hey, if you want to go with his steals at 1.5, you can try that out on PrizePicks. Because of this history, especially in the playoffs where his blocks and steals are basically steals. Literally he's not blocking very many shots. Okay. Steals and blocks. Look, these numbers are identical. 2, 3, 2, 0, and 2. 2, 3, 2, 0. He's not blocking anything. So if you want to take the over on his steals, you can. However, the odds don't like the over on FanDuel. PointsBet is undecided. BetMGM and Caesars both like the over on his steals. So look, if you just want to take the over on his steals and say, nope, I'm not going to fuck with the blocks and steals, you can do that. So I think his steals are in play. think we're done with the NBA right now. We talked about Franz, Jones, Doncic, and Kyrie. Let's look at Pavelski. Pavelski. We're looking at his points. So in the NHL, how you get points is through assists and goals. You don't get points from shots on goals. Man, I got like this damn eyelash stuck. So he has to assist on a goal or he has to make a goal. Now, the cool thing about the NHL is that you have two assists. You have the hockey assist, then you have the assist, and then you have the goal, right? So like in the NBA, Kyrie passes to Luka, Luka hits a three, Kyrie gets credit for the assist. But if this were the NHL, Derek Jones passes it to Kyrie, Kyrie passes it to Luka, Luka hits a three, Derek Jones and Kyrie both get an assist. So they would score a point. That makes sense. So you don't have to be the guy directly associated to the goal. You can be in that chain and still get credit. So that's what we're looking for with him. So I think the assist will probably give us the most upside here. PointsBet likes the under, DraftKings likes the under, and BetMGM likes the under on all three of these. Now his projections at 0.71, it's closer to 1. Head-to-head matchup with the Vegas Knights. Historically, he's done pretty well. There are a lot of games where he hasn't gotten you much, but I mean, there's some success there. So if you want to take the over on his points, this is his last, these are his games versus Vegas. These are the last 5 games. You got his projections right here. And then you have the odds on 3 different books that like the under on this one. Let's see what Stephen Kwan looks like. If you're looking to make a choice out of Kwan and Joe Pavelski, that one didn't look all that great. I'll be honest with you, but anything can happen in the playoffs. All right. We're going to take a look at Stephen Kwan's strikeouts today at 0.5. So minus 130 to go under 0.5. So when we take a look at his last 10 games, this is excellence for a strikeout prop. Okay, this would be terrible for any other prop. This would be terrible for hits runs and RBIs, 3-pointers made, assists, shots on goal. For a strikeout prop, this is beautiful. No strikeouts in his last 10, his last 5, and over his last 15 games, he only has 1 strikeout. There hasn't been 30 games played this season, right? There has? Holy shit. This is only getting action on 1 book, and it's BetMGM. And you can look at that as a bad thing, like, oh, there's, nobody's playing it. But I don't think books want to play this line because it may be viewed as a lock, and they're going to lose money, right? So BetMGM is pretty brave putting this one on the board at minus 130 to the under, because he doesn't strike out a lot. So no one's going to take the over on this one. So I think that's not the worst thing in the world, but his strikeouts are very minimal. Like I mentioned, the guy doesn't strike out a lot. He He's getting you a hit basically 60% of the time over his last 5. Getting you 1 hit in 70% of his last 10. Okay. He's putting the ball in play. He's not striking out. And if you just want, if you just want a deeper insight, Stephen Kwan currently owns the lowest K rate versus right-handed pitching on this Guardians lineup, And on the year, he owns the lowest K rate overall. Versus lefties and righties, he's only striking out 8%. So if you want to take the under on a strikeout prop, that one does make sense to me. You can play that one on PrizePicks. All right. Here's what we got. If you wanted to roll this bitch out as a prop or as a slip, you could put this in a 6-pick. Luka over 3s, Jones over points, Wagner under PA, Kwan under strikeouts, Kyrie over his steals, and Pavelski over his points for the 25x. I'm going to go ahead and screenshot these, throw them in the Discord. You can look at these later. I can't promise you the lines will be the same when you look at them. I don't control that shit. And we move on. Out of all those plays, Kyrie steals and the Kwan strikeout prop are probably my favorite ones. And then Franz Wagner under his PA. I like those 3 a lot. All right, let's see. Where do we leave off? I should have highlighted that one before we left. Okay. So vibes, you were looking at the under on Pavelski. That makes more sense. Okay, so both of those look good. I don't know if you can go wrong with either one of those, but Kwan, I would say Kwan has the longer sample, the bigger sample size, the longer track record, because even going back to last year, he's not a heavy strikeout guy. Totally up to you, though. All right. Ozzy Albies on a 4-game hit streak. Nice. I didn't know that. Yeah, Kyrie 1.5 steals. Yeah, that's definitely a good one. What's going on, Stever? We got Derek Jones in there. Yeah, we looked him up already. Got him in there. 2LA says Derek Jones is going to max out at 9 today. All right. What's going on, Jim? The Judge, salute to you. Strus over rebounds, like his numbers in Orlando. What's going on, Divine? Paolo assists. Can he get 6 for plus money? Franz points. Let's see. What else did I miss? That's like every day for me. Shit, man. Putting 15 plays in the Discord and like, oh, if I get 9 out of 15 right, that's a good percentage. Oh, if I get 10 out of 15 right, and it's like, damn, man, those percentages start to add up or drop real fast. Kwan is on Fliff as well. Okay, cool. What's up, Joseph? Waynaskus. All right, let's take a look at some of these props here. We got Boncaro over assist. We just looked up Ron's points and assist. Let's look up James Harden's points. He really shit the bed last game, right? So going back to him makes sense just because that's the nature of the beast is you know, players typically bounce back pretty quick. You know, professional athletes bounce back pretty quick, especially in the playoffs. Prior to that game, I mean, there's no Kawhi again tonight, so nothing changes for the Clippers. That moment you first discover how calculator works. I have a CS2. What's up, Carrie? I have a CS2 play. Yep. I ain't gonna lie. I'm on that one too. Also headshots. 14.5 headshots over that. First two map headshots for Sejofo. Joseph says the under on Harden's points. Guys, if you're just making it into the stream, thank y'all for being here. Hit the like button on your way in. But if you missed the intro, if you missed my YouTube post, we're doing a giveaway tomorrow. 2 giveaways tomorrow. 2 $5 giveaways to 2 different people tomorrow, okay? If you want to enter that giveaway, you must post a question in the chat, a player prop question. It's your very first one. I'm going to take your very first one. If you ask me about 3 different players, I'll take the very first one. So make sure that first one is the best one out of your list. That player prop has to hit, okay? So if you like the over on Banchero's assist, he has to give you 6 in order for you to be qualified for tomorrow's spin. So we'll spin the wheel tomorrow like we did on the giveaway on Monday. And whatever name it lands on, that's who wins $5. And I'll Venmo you, Cash App you. If you take the over on somebody and they go under, you don't get a spin. Does that make sense? The player prop that you ask about has to hit. Whether it's over or under, whatever you choose, they have to hit. So make sure that first player prop question is the one you like the best, the most. And then after that, you can ask whatever you want. You know, I'm not putting those names on the list. So you like the over on Harden's points. Harden has to get you 21. Now you're on the wheel. Now you have a chance to win. Okay. So we got these 2 up on the board right now. We just went through a round of player props before. We should easily get at least 10 people on this wheel for tomorrow. Joseph says that was was me last week. I got 1,400 off 2 CS2 plays and dropped about 400 to 600 2 days. I know that's how that shit works. All right, so let's see. Yeah, so again, if you're looking to if you're looking to get into the giveaway tomorrow, make sure that first player prop question in the chats is the one you want to roll with, because that's what I'm going to take. And put Carrie in there for that. Over 26.5. Apps 1-2 kills. I like Jofo and Pepzer. These fucking names, dude. Why can't you just be like, what's your name? Gil? Gus? But yeah, Pepzer over. I like both of those dudes. Both over headshots, both over kills. On underdog, you can't correlate, and they'll start nerfing your plays. If you try to play 3-4 guys or gals from the same game, they'll nerf your payout. So you just have to pick two, different matchups, which sucks, because sometimes all the values in one matchup, and you can't put that in a slip on underdog. On PrizePicks, you can play opposites, but you can't play like team pairs. So you would take one from each team, and you can do that on PrizePicks. They won't nerf your play, but if you try to put too many players from the same matchup on the same team, they'll nerf it, or they will tell you that you can't take more than 2 players from the same team. So many fucking rules. Yeah, let's take a look at Garland under his points. Now, I saw his points first at 17.5, and they've been bumped up since. Oh, they've been bumped down. Were you seeing his 18 at 2LA? They've been bumped down on underdog as well. Paul George. Oh, you must be playing this on, you said, is it Chalkboard or Fliv? Those are some really good lines for the under. I mean, you're getting it at a whole point higher than you're seeing it on underdog and PrizePicks, and you're getting Paul George at 25 when it's at 24 on PrizePicks. Yeah, that is those are really good lines. Where are you playing those? Let me know. Let's see if I didn't miss anything. Oh, Struce for Seaver. Have you put a play in for the giveaway? You want, and they know what I'm trying to spell. Come on, man. You want Struce in there for his rebounds at 5? Did you see it at 4.5 or 5? It's at 5 now. I'm going to put it on the board at 5, but let me know if you want that one as your play for the giveaway, and I can record it. That way I can put you on the wheel if it hits. All right, Joseph, you play esports? That's your thing, or you play a little bit of everything? Gotcha. Cool. Jim, do you think Zubac can get a double today? I don't know. Let's find out. Let's take a look at that one. If it looks good, you want that to be your entry, Jim? So for this, just so I can bookmark it on PrizePicks, let's just take a look at his rebounds, because he definitely needs 10 rebounds to get a double-double, right? Unless he's going to go out there and dish 10 assists, which I'll put $1,000 on that shit today. He ain't getting 10 assists. So 10 rebounds he definitely needs. So we'll just look at that one on props.cash, since that correlates with the double-double. Oh, damn. Really? Okay, cool. Dan, you got a good one then. You got some value. You locked in some good players. Darius Garland under 26 PRA. Let's take a look at that one. Kill Bills. K-Bills. And I'm going to put that one as your play, man. if Garland's points are dropping, at some point his PRA has to drop too, right? Because let's go to props.cash. Because what's happening here is when a player's props drop, tops drop, it creates a huge discrepancy. So if you have a player props points who's dropping, but the PRA is staying the same, you're going to hold off on taking the under on the points because it's starting to get a little tighter. But then the PRA is opening up some big, like that's some big value. You would just hammer the shit out the under on the PRA. So at some point, the PRA has to come down to align with the other props. Otherwise, you're going to see a ton of juice come in from the public on that PRA. So I'm sure his PRA will drop. I got the biggest fly in my room because I leave my screen open in my front room so my dog can just watch the neighborhood and shit. So all sorts of shit fly into my fucking apartment. I got flies, mosquitoes. I don't even know what some little thing landed on my wall. I didn't know what the hell it was. I needed to Google it. 26.5. So when we take a look at Darius Garland, last 5 all playoff games, correct? We talk about this all the time. We just talked about this with Franz Wagner's PA. We start to get a very, very clear image of what is fact. And so 4 out of 5 games have been unders, but there's that one outlier game, the one blow up game, right? We expect that one game from everybody in the playoffs. They're going to blow up, or if they're consistently hitting their lines, they're going to shit the bed one game or maybe more, but at least one game. So there's Darius Garland's blow up game, 33 PRA. Prior to that, hadn't even come close. Well, he hooked it here. No, he didn't even hook it here. When you look at his odds, all in favor of the under. So, well, DraftKings likes the over slightly. Boy, I just say shit without thinking sometimes. FanDuel likes the under. DraftKings slightly likes the over. Caesars, BetMGM is a split, and PointsBet likes the under. So a few books like the under. All right, 1, 2. 1 split, 2 over. So 2 and 2. Now he's projected for 27 PRA today. I don't mind that projection, even though it's over the line, because it's still close enough to that line to where it's still in play. I mean, what happened last game? He played way more minutes. He played 39 minutes. Potential assists have been really consistent. His assist was down though. The guy shot 16 times last game and he made 9 of them. 56% from the floor. Yeah. From the floor, 3 of 5 from 3. Prior to that game, he hadn't even touched 50% in 3 straight games. So that's a huge jump. If you feel like that continues and he's back, maybe you do take the over on this one. But we're getting odds that are kind of gross. Not sure what to do with those odds because 2 books like it, 2 books don't, and 1 book doesn't know what to do with it. You got 1 game in this series where he blew up, went off, and then you got 4 straight games of unders here. 3 of those games, not even close. 1 of those games, he didn't even wake up. So I like the under on this one. I'm not scared off by it. It's going to drop to 26, maybe even 25.5 at some point. So if you like the under, take it now. It's not going to get any higher than this. Banchero's assists at 5 right now. You want 6, not 5. 5 gets you to push. 6 gets you the over. He has yet to go for 6 assists in this series, so he is just getting cut off at 5. BetMG, these are really weird odds. 185 to the under, 155 to the over. I'm staying away from that one. At 4.5 though, minus 138, 148, 148, 140. At 4.5 is too low. But these numbers are telling you that he's definitely going to get you 5. The only one that says he could possibly get you 6, DraftKings and Caesars. I mean, minus 148. Those are pretty high numbers, but I think 6 might be pushing it. If they were 155, 160 to the over, I would say, yeah, 6 is in play. That's a little too low at 5. But at 5, I think they have it just right. I think they got it just right at 5. He might again come in and just give you only 5, which gets you to push. So his points and assists are projected at 30.6, and they're at 29.5. Points and assists aren't getting you a lot of over. A lot of love to the over. This game sucks, man. This game is gross. But his assists at 5, you can take a shot at 5. If you can find it at 4.5, play it at 4.5. That's going to be your best line. Max Levi Strus. Looking at his rebounds, 3 out of the 5 games in this series, he has crushed that line. So yeah, this one got bumped up to 5. Now, I don't think there's push potential here. I don't think you have push potential with the 5. Not with this one, because look, we got this sample size. This is the sample size that we're working with. He's not landing at 5 in any of these games. So there is no push potential. He is crushing these lines, or he is nowhere to be found. And that is how he rolls. So he's either crushing it for you, or he ain't even waking up. His ass ain't even rolling out of bed in those games. But you're not having to worry about a push. I don't think he gets you just 5 today. He gets you more, or he just shits the bed and you lose that prop. So let's just take the push potential out. I don't think that's relevant with this one. FanDuel likes the over at 4.5. DraftKings, all these books really like the over. Look at BetMGM at minus 155. This feels like 6. These are really high, 142, 145. There's a lot of confidence in these odds. So projected 4-5 rebounds right here. The odds give you a little bit more love, and then these game logs look really good when he goes over. So I think it's playable at 5, but again, always look for the lowest line. Once you look at the odds and you see that it was lower at one point, go try to find it. Go try to find that line at a lower line. PrizePicks is not the only pick'em site. I don't know if y'all know that. All right. So we got mixed feelings about Harden. We got an over and an under. So this is the exact opposite of what we just saw with Garland and Wagner. Harden's been crushing it in the playoffs, and then he shits the bed. So we get the one game from Harden that's the outlier game. That's one of these is not like the other one type of game, and there it is, 7 points. That's not like the other games. The sample size is what it is. This is a fact. 4 straight games of 21 points or more. Games played with and without Kawhi Leonard. I don't think anything's changing in these games. Is it possible he goes out and scores 10 or less points? Yeah. Is it likely? Nah, it's not likely. No. but we need him to get us 21. Okay. 20 points is his projection today. At 20.5, you got FanDuel that likes the under, and every other book is already, or excuse me, every other book is giving you 19.5. So my advice to you is to go play this, go find it at 19.5. Underdog has it at 19.5. Go play it at 19.5 on Underdog. That's my advice to you. Especially when you see his projection at 19.68, which is a round up to 20. That's the over at 19.5. That's the under on 21. So why wouldn't you go play it on Underdog? If you don't have access to Underdog, I understand that. Go find it on Sleeper. Go find it on Better. $19.5 on Better right now. Go play James Harden 19.5 points over on Better and pair it up with Luka's 0.5 points and go sweat that shit out in the same game and win $30. That's what you can do. At 20.5 on PrizePicks, I understand the logic in that, but also play it somewhere else with a lower line. That makes sense. Zubac over. Double. So we need 10 points and 10 rebounds. So let's drop this down to 9.5. 5 straight games in this series, Zubac has gotten you 10 or more points. He's gotten you 10 or more rebounds in just 2 games. So there's the bugaboo right there. Points, not a problem for Zubac. He's eating. Rebounds is the problem for Zubac. So it's not as open shut as we want it to be. He is projected for just 9.19 rebounds today. Look at this, though. BetMGM likes the over 9.5. So does Caesars. So does DraftKings, FanDuel. 4 books like the over at 9.5. It's at 10 on PrizePicks. I'm not playing it on PrizePicks. You're playing the double-double on Underdog. On Better, he has a double-double prop as well. You can play it on Better. You can play it on Underdog. Jim asked me, do I think he gets a double-double today? What's happening? Why is he not getting more rebounds in these games? Well, he played fewer minutes. His minutes are on a decline, so that's one thing to note. Plumlee, that bitch. Plumlee is not like crushing it, but what's happening is 4 or 5 rebounds and 15 and 17 minutes. Okay, so Zubac's minutes go down, Plumlee minutes go up. He's also grabbing 5 rebounds when he's on the floor. Those are possibly rebounds that Zubac could have if he were on the floor. He had 6, so he may have not gotten you to double-double last game. But it doesn't help if Plumlee is eating into his minutes and if Tyronn Lue is going to start to do this whole split shit, and you're going to start to see it more of a role for Plumlee. I think he gets you to double-double today. I think he gets you 10 and 10. I like the odds. He's done it in 2 out of the 5 games so far. We can do the what if game all day long, but water gun to the head, I think double is in play. And you can play it on underdog and you can play it on PrizePicks. So pick or play them both. Play them both. But and just for the record, I do not like Zubac's 10 rebounds on PrizePicks. I only put that up there to bookmark the double on underdog and better. I don't like this because he needs 11. I'd rather just take the double. 10 doesn't get me anything. So let me take that off the screen. And let's screenshot. I think there is heavy push potential with Banchero at 5, but he's not gone under it very often in the series. I think Harden is in a bounce back spot today, but play his line at 19.5 on better and underdog before you play it at 20.5 on PrizePicks. Strus, I don't think there's push potential there. He has yet to land on 5 rebounds in this series. He's gone over or way under. I think there's a greater chance of him going under this than there is of a push. And then Garland under his rebounds, points, and assists. We saw the blow-up game for him last game. I feel like that line might be a little inflated based off the last game, and we're getting it at an under. It's going to drop at some point today. So if you like the under, play it now. It's not going to get any higher. And there you go. Boom. Let's see. Jesus says, who Soros over 23.5 goalie saves NHL? Let's take a look. Joseph says, what I'm still grasping at is how minus 140, 105 is what is going to hit pretty much. What about numbers over minus 140, like minus 185, 105? So like on pick'em sites, you're typically not going to see plays stick around at that 140 or higher range. So basically there's too much coming into the over, and the pick'em sites, their whole job is to try to keep the lines in that 50-50 range, right? They're not trying to give you value. They're really not trying to give you the best plays. And so when we look at stuff on props.cash and you see minus 160, minus 170, I will bet you any money that line has already been bumped up on the pick'em sites. So their whole job is to keep it as flat as they possibly can. So when when the public starts playing the over on something, that's when you see a bump up, and then it almost like resets like a new level there, right? Same thing. If money's coming into the under and you're seeing minus 150, minus 160 to the under, not on a pick'em site, they're going to move it, to where you have a more level playing field. On the books is where you'll see some of those inflated lines, and that's where you can play it. But on the pick'em sites, their whole job is to make sure they're not giving you value. Really not. And that's why it's important just to take a look at the odds, Just take a look at the odds and understand why a play is where it is. You don't have to live and die by the odds. But if you see 5 books that like the over on a play, there's a reason for that. And so you need to look into that. So I think it's important to pay attention to the odds, even if you don't live and die by the odds. If you ever see a play that's minus 185 on a pick'em site, you probably got like 10 seconds before they take it away. That's a hell of a crazy line in either direction, over or under. Wave Lord, what's up? Good morning. We just looked at Banchero's assist, but let's look at his PRA under and at 38. And I'm going to put that one down as your play to enter you into the giveaway tomorrow. If you're not familiar with that, we're doing 2 $5 giveaways on tomorrow's live stream. I'm taking the first player prop that people post in the chat as their entry. That's the first step. The second step is your entry has to hit. So if you like the under on Banchero, I put that in. If he stays under his PRA, then I put your name on the wheel and we spin it and you're in there to win money. So if Banchero goes over, then you're not going to get on the wheel. Jesus says Max Strus is RA is at 8.5 on sleeper, snatching that on the over. That makes sense. Mobley under 15. Mobley was a turd last game only because Jared Allen got rolled out like minutes before tip off, and Mobley just goes over all the lines. That pissed me off. Banchero bumped down to 37.5. Oh, it was at 38.5 and they bumped it down to 30. Oh, you're playing on better? Nice, man. Better's dope. Let's see. Mobley under 15.5 points. Bump down. Look at his PRA. We can also look at his points, but like we talked about, when you see the points drop or whatever, the PRA is going to happen next. So while you can, there's a discrepancy there. Just look into the other ones before you move on. Mobley's rebounds were at 10.5 today. They got bumped down to 10. His points were at 15.5. They got bumped down to 15. But his PRA is the same. 16, 11 is 27. If he lands on the hook, that's 25. And how many assists is he getting you? He has to give you 3 assists to go over that. If Jared Allen is in, that's the only thing that's keeping me from really playing more of those lines. Is we don't know the status of Jared Allen after what happened last game. That's so annoying, man. It ruins your entire slip. We'll take a look at his PRA and see if we can make any sense out of it. All right, let's do this. Soros over goals, Banchero under. We got 2 players from the same game. This will probably be our last go today, and then we'll get out of here. Let's look up these 2 players in the Cleveland-Orlando game. Oh, Mobley's rebounds were at 9.5, not 10.5. Why did I think they were at 10.5? They were at 10.5. They got bumped down to 10. Okay. Okay, so Mobley, 3 straight games of unders. Even with Jared Allen out of the lineup last game, he went under. It goes over PRA. Goes under points. He goes over today's line. I don't know what his line was last game, but with Allen out, he did not get the over. If Allen is in, I would assume that does impact his role. Just another person on another big in the front court. Now that these have been, this has been bumped down to 15. It's gross. He's projected for 16. The odds like the under at 15.5 on 3, 4, 5 books. So at 15, I think you see more of a lean towards the over. His PRA is still at, this was at 28.5. So they already bumped his PRA down. Okay, then that makes sense. Then never mind. Thought we may have been getting some value on that one. They already bumped his PRA down. He did go over this last game without Jared Allen in the lineup. With Jared Allen in the lineup, he's 0 for 3 this series. Well, 1 for 4. So yeah, we really want Jared Allen to play today. If you're looking to take the under on Mobley's anything, we really want Jared Allen in the lineup today. Because without Jared Allen in the lineup, honestly, that moves Mobley into like a definite number 2 option. Like with Allen in the lineup, he might be 2A, 2B. I don't know. Maybe Garland is number 2. But without Allen, Mobley becomes a huge, huge factor. He just does too much. And there's one less body on the floor to interfere with that. So we really want Allen to play. If Allen is confirmed in, man, I'm taking the under on some Mobley shit. But right now, honestly, it's just too murky for me. But that's what he's done in his last 5. His last 4 games in this series. Let's bump it down to 27.5 to reflect. He's still 0 for 3 in the last 3 games with Jared Allen. So we like that one. Paolo under his PRA. Now we're getting this at 38 on PrizePicks. So 37.5 on better. Man, look. Huge games, right? These are the outlier games. Because 3 out of the 5 games he missed it. 2 out of the 5 games he went over. Now that's his ceiling. This is his floor. And this is kind of where you expect him to land in that 36 range. He's projected for 38.3. So that's right at the line on PrizePicks. At 38.5, you like the under. That's giving you more flexibility. But at 37.5, FanDuel likes it. PointsBet is even. It just looks like no book knows what to do with this line, right? Even at 38.5, BetMGM is split. Caesars likes the under. It's just murky. It's just murky. I don't really have a good read on this line for Banchero. I would honestly, my strategy would be find the highest line and take the under on this one. Maybe even wait a few hours to see if it drops to like 37. Then maybe take the over. I don't know. This one just looks murky as fuck. All right. Saros, we're looking at his goalie saves, 23.5. Now, the only 2 books that are playing this line are Caesars and PointsBet. Both of them like the over at 23.5 with a little juice to the under. This is going to get bumped at some point. Maybe. He's gone under this line in 5 straight games. Let's make sure we're looking at the playoffs. Playoffs? 6, 5. 5 games in the playoffs. He has fallen under this line in all 5. So if you like the over on this one, you're hoping for a huge turnaround here. Or if you're just looking to leverage the lowest line and just taking a shot, that makes sense. You could try middling this one and playing it at the higher line and then playing it at the lower line on a different site and assuming, you know, best case scenario is it lands right at 24. Worst case scenario, I guess, is he goes 1-1, right? He goes under 24.5, but over 23.5. Like, you can't lose both bets. Because if he gets you over 24, he gets you 25, then he goes over both, right? So you lose one and win one. So, yeah, you could try that. But 5 straight games of well under. I don't know why that's happening. I'm not too versed in his play. But somebody already put in the chat, Vibes, I think, said he took the under on Soros. So we already got some under love on this dude. Under love sounds gross. Sounds a little adult, a little rated, R-rated, X-rated. We already got some plays towards the under. Now, no matter how I say it, it sounds dirty. But anyway, that's Soros. 5 straight unders, not even close. If you're looking to take the over on this one, like I said, you're hoping for a huge bounce back, and you're just playing the lowest line that's available with the odds heavily in favor here. If you're looking to take the under, I would just take the under on the highest line. Go find it somewhere at 24.5 and take the under. That makes more sense. All right. So don't know really what to do with this one. If you want to take the over or under, you can make a case for both. But at this line, it is the lowest line. So taking the over on the lower line makes sense, right? Why take the under on the lowest line? Just take the under on the highest line. It's like the taco original line conversation that we have here. Now, on certain tacos, you could take the under on it and it definitely not hit. But most of the time, they go over taco, under original line, and you can play it like that. Banchero under 38 makes sense because the line is higher than what we're seeing it at 37.5, but it's murky. And I will preface the Mobley play. I really like the under on his 27.5 PRA. If Jared Allen is in, if he's out, I'm not touching that play. I'm not even going to mess with it. So maybe wait, or if you just don't want to wait and take a chance and lock in some value, right? Because if Jared Allen is in, you can see this one being brought down a little bit, right? All right. What's up, Devin? Devin Gator. Gator. I think Derek Jones over 9.5 points is a lot. So you're the second person who feels that way. We did have some chatter in the chat about the under. So it's a little bit of a mix with everybody, but 9.5. He's gone over in 3 straight games. Gotcha. I played both, but I'm on PrizePicks. You got Banchero at 38.5. Suggs over turnovers when playing plus 30 minutes at home. He goes over every time. All right. I think that's going to be it. What we covered about 1, 2. Oh, Odell Beckham Jr. signed with the Dolphins. Okay. Remember how they made it such a big deal last year when he signed with the Ravens? Oh, Lamar Jackson has a target now. Get the fuck out of here. Just stop with that shit, man. Stop it. But he signed with the Dolphins, so I mean, at this point, you're looking for the ring, number one, number two, or he already has a ring, but maybe looking for another ring. But at this point, you're just looking for quality of life, right? Yeah, let me just go spend a year down in South Beach and just chill. I mean, at this point in your career. Harden over field goal attempts. Oh, that's an interesting one. Let's take a look at that one. I'm going to put that one down for your play, dude. What about Maxi's 3-point prop? Is it still at 0.5? This is his original line. They nerfed it. I don't want to put it on the board because I don't think it's worth playing at the Goblin. But we'll look at it on props.cash. So if you want to play it somewhere else, you'll have that info. So Harden over field goal attempts. Let's go over his last 5 games. These are all playoff games. Just to be sure. Gone over in 3 out of 5 games. Hooked it and then went under. So these are field goals made, but this is, I mean, the attempts are the same. So you see it, over, under, under. Three games played without Kawhi Leonard. He's gone over in 2, under in 1. Games played without Kawhi Leonard on the road. I'm just trying to like get ahead of it because I know someone's going to ask me to look up what he's done at home without Kawhi Leonard when he eats a hot pocket before the game. So when he's on the road without Kawhi Leonard versus the Dallas Mavericks, there's only one game to look at, and he went over once. So not the greatest sample size, but look at this shit. I'm just gonna say this: the more filters you have, you know, the more you're really just reaching, right? Like at some point, it's pointless. So Kawhi Leonard not being in the lineup is very, very huge. On the road or at home doesn't really seem to impact Harden at all. So at 13.5 field goal attempts, he needs 14. It's kind of just up in the air. He's gone over twice, gone under twice. So I guess the upside with this one is that I believe being fouled on a shot attempt does count as a shot attempt. Correct me if I'm wrong, but if Harden is going to the free throw line, it's usually in the act of shooting. So if that does count as a free throw or as a field goal attempt, that only helps, right? Somebody let me know in the chat if that's correct. Where that would hurt is if you took the over on his 3-pointers made and he's getting fouled while shooting a 3 and he misses the 3, or he never gets the shot off and he's shooting free throws and he's making his free throws, but he's really not getting any 3-pointers made because he's getting fouled too soon. That's where that would hurt, because they don't give you credit for free throws. You know, they don't put those towards 3-pointers made. So I think that would be the only situation where the free throws would actually hurt you. But field goal attempt's a field goal attempt, you know. Who else was there? It was just the Harden field goal attempts. Okay. Somebody wanted to change their play. Change my Palo play for Suggs turnovers as my lock. What's his turnover prop? All right, he doesn't have one on PrizePicks. Where are you playing it, and what's his turnover prop? Damian, what's up? Yep, we got Kyrie in there over steals. We looked that one up earlier. It looks good. It looks real good. Donovan Mitchell over turnovers. Better. Got it. And what's his prop? What's the number? The Clippers will have to change their game plan today. Jason Kidd already said they're going to guard him differently the rest of the series. Oh, James Harden. 1.5. Okay. All right. Mitchell over 3 over turnovers. Who asked me about that? Jesus. Yandin Sherpa. What's up? Good morning. I've seen you here before. You're not new. But you like Luka over rebounds. I'm going to put that one down as your play. Do we already have Kyrie's steals up there? So 2LA like the over on Kyrie's 2 blocks and steals. All right, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 entries into the giveaway tomorrow. All right, we're gonna look up this Luka real quick, and then Mitchell's turnovers, and then I gotta go. So let's look up Luka's rebounds. At 9.5. Odds are kind of muddled up on FanDuel. DraftKings likes the over. Caesars likes it. BetMGM, PointsBet also likes the over. Projected for 9 rebounds. He's gone over in 3 games in this series. Gone under in 2. What about Luka at home? 2 for 2. Luka on the road. 1 for 3. So maybe there's something there. He's averaging exactly what he needs to get today in order for that line to be hit. So looks good. Only so much you can dive into in a playoff series. I mean, they're two teams playing each other game over game over game. That sample size is real. You know, it's small. You're talking about maximum 7 games, but it's real. So there you go. Luka over that. Luka over PRA at home, 53.5, on the road, 53.5. Got close in those 2 games. All right, last prop for the day. We're taking a look at Donovan Mitchell's turnovers at 3.5. Under on Caesars, under on BetMGM, and under on PointsBet. 3 books like the under. He is projected for 3. Got some satanic bullshit going on here with these game logs. Gone over this in 3 out of the 4 games on the road. At home, he's gone over this in 2 out of 3. Overall in the series, 3 over, 2 under. So there is hope that he stays under. Damn, I just realized I wasn't even sharing my screen. Sorry about that, everybody. So 5 games in the series, over 3, under, and 2. Yeah. Odds are all in favor of the under on BetMGM, Caesars, and PointsBet. This was the satanic shit I was talking about. Last 5 games on the road in the playoffs, gotten you 6, 6, and 6. Should I have said that? Oh no. Oh no. Let's look at Luka real quick again, because I did not have the screen up. Sorry. So rebounds, we're looking at Luka. Okay, so we're looking at the over on rebounds in the playoffs on the road. 3 games versus the Clippers. 2 under, 1 over at home, which is home game today. Both games played at home in this series, over twice. So odds are in favor of the over 10 rebounds on all 5 books. Strongest odds in favor of the over on Caesars at -133. All right. Boom. Screenshot, and we're done. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate y'all stopping by. If you stayed on the entire length of the stream, damn, thank you so much. That means a lot. Appreciate the view, the time. But no matter where you popped in during the stream, I appreciate you stopping by. Once again, we're doing a live stream giveaway tomorrow. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 names, 11 player props that I'll be tracking today. Basically, what we're doing is player prop question in the chat. I took your first question that you asked. That is the first step to entering the giveaway tomorrow. The next step is that player prop has to hit. Whether you took the over or under, it has to go according to plan. If it does, then your name will be put on the wheel tomorrow and we'll spin it, and you have a chance to win $5. I'll cash app you $5, and you can play that $5 on whatever pick'em site you want, or buy a bag of Skittles. I don't care. And I'll do that 2 times tomorrow. So 2 different winners. We'll give away $10 tomorrow, as long as your player prop was entered in today's chat, and it hits. So that's what we'll be doing tomorrow on the stream. So make sure you watch tomorrow's stream. Make sure you are joining early, and make sure you're ready to send me your payment info so I can get that taken care of ASAP. But once again, appreciate y'all being here. Consider subbing up to the channel if you haven't so far. Click that bell icon. That's your notifications icon, so you don't miss out on future giveaways. This is the second one we've done this week, so make sure you don't miss out on the next one. Hit the like button on your way out. And as I always say, I wish you all the best of luck. Make all of your player props respect the damn coin. We'll be back tomorrow morning at 8:50 a.m. Once again, earlier start time. We'll get as much Q&A done as we can. Until that live stream, Chavez is out.